What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father at Amazon, Kindle, and Create Space. Link will be in the description box below as usual. Go get it. PayPal link that also asked me to put it up, so I'll put it up. Thanks everybody for supporting. This video is entitled Has Right and Wrong Changed? A couple of days ago I was watching Zoe Williams, and he made a statement that, right and wrong isn't the same, because there's the right and wrong that's for everybody, and then there's the right and wrong as far as you as an individual. And I was thinking about that because when you operate about what's right and wrong, if it's right for everybody, it's right, and if it affects everybody wrong, it's wrong. But the other part that he was talking about is people think, right is if it's right for me, it's right. And if it's wrong for me, it's wrong. And I was like, man, right and wrong has definitely changed. Because, I have these conversations from time to time with my son where, right and wrong is self-centered, and right and wrong was never really supposed to be self-centered. Never, when people say the thing about my truth, that's a selfish truth. You get what I'm saying? So it was never meant to be about you. It was meant to be about what works for the group entirely, like for everybody. If it was good for everybody, then it's good. If it's bad for everybody, then it's bad. But what happens when you pick and choose? Well, this might be bad for everybody, but it's good for me, so I'm going to do it. Now, it might affect people in a bad way, but I got something out of it, so that's all that matters. And it's like, and people consider that winning, Me, I'm like, not really, because when something is right and it's right for everybody, there is no resentment, there is no revenge, you know what I'm saying? But if it's right for you and wrong for people, there's gonna be some resentment, and there might be some type of revenge. If not revenge, then at least separation. You get what I'm saying? And it's like, damn, it has changed, because some people, like, I'm right because I feel like it. I want to be right. I just it doesn't. I just want to be right so bad that I'll do something wrong, and that's problematic. Now, I was watching that clip of Ayanna Van Zant when the mother lied on the father to the daughters, and she knew she lied. That was a funny thing about taking a lie detector test. The lie detector test lets everybody else know you lied. You already knew you lied. You get what I'm saying? So it's that part of it where, I lied to be right. Like, and I thought about it, some people create lies to make themselves look right. And everybody rides with the lie. Because, you could tell a half truth, which in my opinion is always a lie. And people believe it because they have, they don't even have to have a negative stereotype or a negative image of a person, but you can believe a half truth because you're trying to protect the greater good, and the lie that was told is so egregious that you got to skip past figuring out if it's real or true because it sounds feasible. So now somebody has to suffer, and it's the person that's being lied on. I'm like, man, that sucks. Been there, whatever. But over time, you start to realize, okay, we told this lie, or this lie was told on this person, and I got what I wanted out of the lie. I got what I felt was right. But life just don't work out well, right? And that's because, no lie can live forever, but, at the same time, there's always going to be a sense of karma coming back from something like that. And I I think about it in other ways because I've seen people have how can I say this, succumb to vices and impulses. Like, it feels right, so I'm gonna do it, and because it feels right, it has to be right, so I'm gonna do it, and consequences be damned, right? And then it was right when they felt like it. It was right when they did it, and like I said, consequences be damned. But what was wrong, but then it became wrong when you had to deal with the backlash and the consequences from it, or the reputation that goes along with that. And that's how it's kind of funny because if something is right, there are no negative consequences to it, for the most part. You can do the right thing and be around the wrong people and get the wrong result. You know what I'm saying? But if you're around the right people and you do the right thing, it's going to end up good. And I've seen people do things that, the right thing was done in front of the wrong person, and the wrong person figured out some bureaucratic way or technicality to make the right person responsible, liable, or just get screwed over, and they thought that was right. Oh yeah, I got it. Look at what it did, and then it's like, okay, you want a trophy for throwing somebody under the bus for doing the right thing, and you thought that was right. And I was thinking about that when remember we was talking about politics on one of those panels. I was talking about was it Kamala Harris being a prosecutor, and I'm like, well, to have a high percentage, you got to lock people up whether it's right or wrong. You get the reputation for being good by getting convictions. You don't care if the convictions are real or of they're all legal, but if the conviction is wrongful, you don't care. And I've seen people in my life who went to jail for things that they didn't do, and prosecutors didn't care. Evidence was there, but if the narrative was so strong that people said, forget the evidence and let's go with the narrative, and then these people go home, celebrate, yeah, I got another one. Person is in jail for decades, and then, oh, I took your life away, I'm so sorry, but I was doing the right thing. No, you wasn't. To build your reputation, you put somebody in prison for 3 decades for your reputation, which you felt like, if I get this reputation, it gives me cachet. So now you got cachet while somebody's riding in jail because you wanted cachet that much, and you think that's right. You got paid for that. But that happens. You get what I'm saying? That does happen. Sometimes people, if it's for your benefit, you feel like it's okay to use a person. It's right if you can get over. It's wrong if you get caught. You get what I'm saying? That which is crazy. Not to say too much, but I remember coming up, there was these cats who, he thought hitting a lick was always right as long as he got paid. But it was wrong when you hit the wrong person. Now it's wrong. I remember when I was younger, they had a kid who broke into a home and got his head blown off, and everybody wanted to sue the homeowner. And that happened. It happened in Chicago, and then I went to New Orleans this summer, and it happened again. And both situations, they was, oh, the kid ain't harm nobody. I can't say that. They thought it was right to break into somebody's house to steal stuff because they wanted stuff. And now, the person for defending themselves and their property was wrong. Like, no. Like, that goes with the territory. And that's why I said, right and wrong has changed, because I think to a degree, a lot of our society perverted right and wrong just for convenience, Because people can get set up. I get that. But most people are just choosing you know, right when it's beneficial, and that's not right. You know, if it's only right when you can benefit from it, it's not really right. You know, so that's just my thoughts, man. Like, share, subscribe. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace.